want to be lazy. You heard me. I want to be a lazy CEO. Hey everybody, welcome to BrewTube, another episode of BrewTube. I want to be a lazy CEO. That's, let me give you a little context on that. I was doing a speaking event for a company, a once successful company that had lost its way and had numerous would be an understatement, and obscene amount of turnover in the C-suite. In leadership, there's like a vice president every other year, a new president every couple of years as well, and it's a family business, which are inherently dysfunctional. And the CEO, who was a family member of that family, just casually told me in his new role, he's brand new, like, I really want to be a lazy CEO. And I thought he meant not be a micromanager and be hands-off and let his people lead their respective departments. The further into the conversation we go, the more I realize, oh shit, that's not what he meant. He legit wants to be lazy and hands off completely. It wasn't a company I did anything beyond a speaking event for. No coaching, no consulting. And the reason for that was I don't work with lazy people. I have no desire to work with lazy people, unenlightened people, or people who think that the key to success is a shortcut, a hack, a quote ninja tactic, or who subscribe to management and business jargon, flavor of the month buzzwords like being a lazy CEO. Some idiot probably wrote a book, The Lazy CEO, and that's where he got it. I don't know. My point being, it's impossible to be a successful leader and be a lazy leader. As a leader, you set the tempo for the organization, you set the tone with your attitude, your actions, your words, your deeds, and the quality of the people you surround yourself with. If the people that are a part of your company keep turning over and leaving over and over and over again, the C-suite especially is a revolving door, then you need to look in the mirror. There's a serious problem. There's a level of dysfunction that's probably unparalleled in your industry. So there's simply no substitute for hard work and effort. Can you work smarter? Yes. But there's no excuse for not working hard. And as a CEO, you can never be, quote, lazy. You really can't even be hands-off. You can not micromanage. You can delegate effectively. But you can't be hands-off. You need to have your finger on the pulse of your people. Every department, your customers, your vendors, your strategic partners. You have to be hands-on to have your finger on the pulse of your organization, or it's a recipe for failure. Absolute destruction. And that's what they're suffering from. They're suffering from the disease of laziness. The disease of, because we were successful, that's just going to automatically be some sort of self-perpetuating cycle. We have a great name. We are the premier brand in our space. Yep. There's an entire graveyard of companies and brands that were, quote, the premier brand in their space, that started reading their own newspaper clippings, got lazy, and are now non-existent. Circuit City is an immediate one that comes to mind. Best Buy replaced them and then has faded off into the sunset. And those are just two off the top of my head. There's countless more in plenty of other industries. You can look at the automotive industry, the beverage industry. Tons of examples. And this one in their industry is going to be just another. Because you simply can't be lazy. You simply can't be hands-off as a leader. So my advice to you as you're watching this is keep your finger on the pulse of your people. Make rounds. Literally make rounds of your plant, your factory, your office, your studio, whatever it is in whatever industry you're in. Just like a doctor rounds on their patients, inpatient service in the hospital. They check their vitals, they read their chart. Success leaves clues, so does failure. You've got to be checking the vitals of your people, or it's the beginning of the end. It's really that simple. And it can't just be you. You know, it needs to be everyone on your leadership team checking in with their department. We have this disease of busyness. And busyness is the enemy of your business. Your business. Busyness is the enemy of your business. Here's what I mean by that. We get so busy with emails and texts, and we have so much technology that we think sending a text to somebody, hey, how's it going, is connecting with our people. We think that is checking in on our managers, department heads at our companies. It's not. It's a poor excuse. It's being lazy. Why? Because there's no human connection. There's no face-to-face. So much gets lost in the interpretation. You cannot interpret tone of voice or mood from a text message. You cannot read facial expressions, body language in a text message. And a text message is not, an open-ended piece of communication, an open-ended question that's really inviting an in-depth answer or inviting the person to share important, confidential information with you. It's perfunctory. It's like you're going through the motions, you think you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. You're not. You're being lazy. So don't be a lazy CEO. Don't be a lazy vice president. Don't be a lazy manager. Don't be a lazy coach. Don't be lazy. Have you ever heard the expression lazy being used in a flattering way in any context? If you have, put it in the comments. I'd love to see it, because I cannot think of a single way being lazy is flattery or flattering. Can't think of a single way. So I challenge you, comment, tell me how it's flattering. And understand this, there's a difference between being lazy and being a slacker. I think being a slacker can be a good thing. You want to find a better, faster, quicker, easier way to get something done. If you're a slacker, you're going to find a way to kind of tweak something, hack it a little bit, invent a better process. But if you're lazy, you're just not doing any of the above. You're also probably intellectually lazy. So it's also no small coincidence that CEO in advance of the speaking gig I had sent him a copy of one of my books. Never bothered to crack it open or read it or anything. I should have just sent him one page of the book. And that's about leadership by example. Anyway, as I digress, don't be lazy. Don't be that guy. Don't be that girl. It's not flattering. And you know what else would be really lazy? If you didn't subscribe to this channel. That would just be the height of laziness. So go ahead and hit subscribe. After you hit subscribe, there's a little bell. Ding the bell, and that'll give you notifications letting you know when new content drops on the channel right here. And that's not lazy right there. That's working smarter, getting advanced notification on stuff. So go ahead and do that. And if you want more content to this effect, spoken word, video, or written word, it's all at coachbrew.com. And when you sign up for my newsletter at coachbrew.com, you are going to automatically get a special report. It's called 12 Ways to Double Your Sales and Double Your Results head on over to coachbrew.com to get that for yourself. And we'll catch you on the next episode of BrewTube. Don't be lazy.